Welcome in, everybody, to Fantasy Pros. This is your Week 17 Start Sit live stream. It is me, Joey P. Joe Pisapia. With me is Andrew Erickson, and it's you. We're hanging out, talking ball, trying to get those fantasy championships won. Another trophy for the case. This is one of the many that Andrew Erickson has that are cluttering up his parents' basement at some point, I'm sure. Next thing you know, they're out at the garage sale, and Andrew says, "Hey, wait a minute. Those are my fantasy trophies. I want those back." And his mom says, "Take them." And then he goes and he moves in with his fiance, soon to be wife next year. And next thing you know, she's doing the same thing. But that's the journey of a fantasy football champion. It's the ups and the downs and the highs and the lows. We're going to help you answer all the questions you've got. If you've got questions, we've got answers. So make sure you drop your questions in the chat, subscribe to the channel. And don't forget, speaking of live streams, remember, Sunday is another holiday coming up, New Year's Eve. So with games starting early, we're going to be there Saturday for you again, 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. Eastern. So 10 to 12, just like on Sunday, but it's going to be on Saturday, just like last weekend. And I know you all showed up then, so I know you're prepared. And this is why you ring the bell for notifications, so you know when the content is dropping and when things start. So if you haven't already, make sure you do that as well. That's very important. Andrew Erickson, we do have some news too. Jalen Waddle is not expected to play, so that's one less piece for the Miami Dolphins. Also, Jaren Hall apparently getting another crack at the QB position. So I know we recorded the start sit show this morning. We didn't know if it was going to be Mullins or Hall. Now we know it's Hall. What does this mean, Andrew Erickson?
I mean, I don't think it really changes anything. I mean, you're going to start. I mean, are you going to bench Justin Jefferson? Like, no. Like you're still going to play him. I mean, I think that. I mean, look, Nick Mullins in real life was not good. Like, there's a reason why he's being benched. You know, he was throwing the ball a lot. He had a good yards per attempt. He averaged like over 10 yards per attempt last week against, or in the matchup last week for the Vikings. So, look, I guess you're looking at Hall as okay. Maybe they run the ball more. They are playing the Packers, right? Is that the right matchup? Yeah, they're playing the Packers. So the Packers are a team that you can easily run the football on. And we know the Packers defense has been absolutely atrocious. And I think that like the NFC player of the week has been the quarterback that's like faced the Packers like the week before. So the matchup is really soft. And, you know, give credit to Hall, you know, when he got the start before the whole Joshua Dobbs experiment for the second time in Minnesota, like he looked okay. That he got a concussion and then we never really heard from him again until now. So I'm not super pessimistic about Jaren Hall. Again, we've talked about on the betting show how when these backup quarterbacks come into the game, there's no film on them. Like they perform above expectations. So I don't think you should look at Hall as, oh my God, the Vikings offense is going to tank now. They're not going to score any points. I think that that's farther from the fact because of how bad Green Bay's defense is against the run, against the pass. You have Kevin O'Connell dialing up an offensive game plan around Jaren Hall, who can take advantage with his legs as well. So I think the Vikings offense will be fine. I don't think this really changes much of anything.
What
I
about the
guess
Hockenson injury? What does that change? Because that's going to open up some targets, obviously, in this offense. Do they go to Ty Chandler? Do they get spread around a little bit between Addison and company, like, and Jefferson? How do you think this? I mean, it's hard to gauge, again, as the constant quarterback carousel continues to turn. But at the same time, do you think there's one way or another where you think you might lean this week with that matchup against Green Bay?
again, I think it's just going to be more focus on Jefferson, just getting him the ball. Again, I think it makes a lot of sense they will run the football, like down another weapon at tight end. It would
Mm-hmm.
make sense. Okay. And the Packers are a run funnel defense. Like they're a team that teams will go out of their way to run the football more. So Ty Chandler coming off a down week, you know, even though we did score the touchdown, I think this is a week to definitely go right back to Ty Chandler. No, not worried about the workload, not worried about Alexander Madison. It was clear that Chandler was playing ahead of Alexander Madison last week. So Ty Chandler's definitely a guy you want to start. You know, Derek was wrong about starting Nick Mullins this week, but he's damn right about starting Ty Chandler this week at your running back position. So I think that's the way I would approach it. If you're looking for like a sleeper, it would be KJ Osborne. Like that's the guy who's going to step up. We've seen him have above average performances when guys have missed time in the past, whether it be Adam Thielen last year. Obviously, Jordan Addison's also dealing with another injury. So KJ Osborne, I know somebody asked me about KJ Osborne versus like Tony Pollard. Wouldn't go that far, but hey, if you're looking for a flex play, like KJ Osborne, again, it's a good match for him in the slot against Green Bay, and he's going to see a full-time role with all the injuries, especially as a receiver.
Great breakdown from Andrew Erickson. You should do this for a living. You're very good. By the way, this stream is brought to you by Uber Eats. Get food from your favorite restaurants, plus groceries and other essentials delivered straight to your front door with Uber Eats. This football season, stay planted on your couch and get anything, well, almost anything you need for game day by ordering the Uber Eats app. Uber Eats, the official on-demand delivery partner of the NFL. Order now. Alcohol in select markets. Product availability may vary by region. See the app for details. I could go for some Uber Eats right now. Let me tell you, I do not plan on leaving my house. I am tired. Christmas has taken its toll on me. Bah humbug. All right, let's get to your questions here and figure out what's going on with everybody trying to get to the fantasy championship. Armando Zepeda Jr., full PPR, Bijan, Mixon, CEH, bench 1. And in another league, I got to start 2 from another grouping, but let's do this too. So Bijan, Mixon, CEH, who is the odd man out for you?
I'm going to bench Mixon.
Benching Mixon. All right, now in the next one here, Armando needs, I got to start 2 from this group, CEH, Ford, Najee Harris, and Ty Chandler. You got to start CEH, right, with that matchup and all the workload going his way?
Yep. Yeah, I'm starting CEH unless we get word that Pacheco is going to play for some reason. So that's somebody to kind of monitor. I think that I would risk that, so I wouldn't play Ford tonight. And I think that you could just pivot to Najee if for some reason Pacheco is going to play, but then definitely want to start Ty Chandler.
All right, definitely Chai Chandler. I could go for a nice Chai Chandler. I get that at Starbucks all the time. Nice Chai Chandler. No soy milk. No soy. All right. Abel Meyer Jr. This is it, pros, bros. Immortality is here for the taking. Abel clearly not very dramatic about the fantasy football. Pick 1 to start in the flex. Ayuk, Ridley, or Flowers. Well, Flowers didn't practice again today, so that's not very encouraging, but we'll see what happens tomorrow. Ayuk, Ridley, Flowers. So who's the one guy in the flex?
Oh, well, Flowers didn't also practice last week either. Then he was fine. So I think that he'll be okay. But regardless, I'm playing Ayuk. He's playing the Commanders. Like, one of these 49ers, not named McCaffrey, is going to score 30 points. It might be Kittle, might be Debo, might be Ayuk. One of them is going to score 30. So you just got to roll the dice with Ayuk.
McCaffrey's going to score a lot. And the last question, should I pick up Javonte Williams and start him over Alvin Kamara?
No.
Okay. Nicholas Rutherford, y'all are the best. Love or Flacco for the ship? Thanks, Nicholas. Look, I don't love the matchup for Flacco against the Jets on a short week.
Don't sugarcoat it. Don't start Joe Flacco. Don't start Joe Flacco.
I think
I'm telling everyone right now watching this, do not start Joe Flacco. You will regret it.
I don't disagree with you there. And I've been telling everybody to start Joe Flacco every week. And in the elite grouping of Joes, we have meetings every week, and we're very happy with how Joe Flacco is going right now. But tough matchup, short week. I do think the Browns will win, but will it be a prolific night like we've seen the last? Is it going to be another 300 a game from Flacco? That's a tough sell. That's a tough sell.
Look, these things don't.
The turnovers are scary.
Things are going to have to come to an end. Like he's had good matchup after good matchup after good matchup. We know quarterbacks are super matchup driven. Like if he had played to open the season, the Jets and much tougher defenses, then we wouldn't be talking about him the way we were talking about him. Like I get that he's been really good, but the matchups have been there. The matchup is not there tonight on Thursday. It's not. The Jets defense is locked down. They're giving quarterbacks that are vastly superior to Joe Flacco, even at his ripe age of 39. Is that how old he is?
He is, I believe so, yes.
Yeah.
And look, Jordan Love last week put up 24 points.
Yeah,
he was QB6.
Yeah, Jordan Love has somehow been able to produce, like, no matter what the circumstances are. Like, you look up, you're like, oh, 25 points for Jordan Love again. So he's just been more consistent throughout the entire. He had a bad matchup last week, and he still got it done without all of his weapons. So I'm going right back to Jordan Love.
All right, let's go right back to the questions. Edgar Garcia, thanks for all the advice all year, guys. Who should I start pick 2? Flacco, Baker, CJ, or Mullins? Well, Mullins is out of the conversation now. Baker is definitely in for me. So you want to go to Stroud over Flacco?
Is that even a question? Yes.
I'm just making sure that you are confident enough in his health.
Yes.
You know, that's what this is about now. This is about health here, my friend. That's what we're trying to do. You excited about Jared Stidham this week?
Not a doctor.
By the way. Well, I just want to make, Jared Stidham, Jacoby Brissett, Tyrod Taylor. What a fun year it's been at the quarterback position.
There's an argument that all those guys are actually just better than the guys that they're taking.
Well, so I was saying, Jacoby Brissett on the Jets, they're a playoff team this year. There, I said it. A couple other teams, too, I guarantee. Oliver Cole, hey, fellas, going for the ship, full PPR, need one in the flex. Connor, Montgomery, Chuba Hubbard, or Rhamondre if he plays. That's a big if. Thanks for the advice, says Oliver.
Rhamondre got put on IR.
No, I was gonna
Done.
say he's not even
He's
available
been
yet.
he's
Yeah,
been done since he got hurt. Like
he's done.
I don't know
But
why
we
I took
told you
him.
that when he got hurt. If it's a
Yeah,
high ankle,
I
you're
don't
not
know
gonna see him the rest of
why.
the
I
year.
don't know why it took the Patriots 3 weeks to be like, oh, well, now we'll put him on injured reserve. Like,
Well, here's a question for you. Connor and Montgomery seem like the easy slam dunk here. Yes, but if you only have
we can
one
pick
for the
we can
flex, it's
pick two
Connor.
guys. Yeah, I'd play both those guys.
But if it's only one full point PPR, one in the flex, so
It's
one is
Montgomery.
Montgomery. Okay, I would go with Connor, but again, very similar here. Enzo, pick 2. Elliott, James Cook, Hall, or Pittman.
I think you got to play Breece Hall and probably James Cook just because it's safer. I mean, Pittman is. Didn't something else happen with him too? Didn't we get another report about him and his injury? I know he's coming off the concussion. That was very weird because he was going to
Yes,
play and then he
I
wasn't
believe what
played.
came out just recently was I will check. He is still questionable tag right now. He is. Oh, the news that came out was he was not wearing the red "Don't
Okay.
Hit Me" jersey, so that's a good
Okay.
thing.
Okay. Yeah. So
Moving in the
okay,
right
if he
direction.
plays, I would play Pittman and Breece Hall.
All right,
But
you wear that same jersey when I see you, but I hit
don't
you
hit me.
anyway.
Don't hit
So
me.
yeah. All right, Chris Quesada, Dallas or the Texans? Which defense you want to play?
Texans.
All right, let's go to Jonas Abadi, full PPR championship match. Diggs or Amari Cooper? I think you got to play Cooper. I think he's got more touchdown equity. I'll say
I'm
it. I know it's
playing.
a tough
I
matchup.
don't like
But
either of them. I'd rather play Diggs.
you're gonna play. We found. Wow, you're gonna play Diggs after all the Diggs hate from this morning's podcast. Wow,
Look,
I just
Amari
didn't see it
Cooper,
coming.
like the Browns passing game is gonna lay an egg tonight. Like it's so easy to see that happening. Like, especially when a team has performed so high above expectation one week, what's the natural inclination of what's gonna happen the next week? They're gonna fall flat on their face because things level out. So the fact that Amari Cooper had 260 yards last week means he's probably gonna get 26 this week. Like, that's just how these things kind of balance each other out. So especially he's dealing with this heel injury too. Gross.
All right. All right. Let's continue on here. Next one we have is a question from Munch818. Play 1, PPR. Javante, Seek, CH, Flowers, need a floor play. Well, that's easy. That's CEH, and it ain't even close.
Yep.
All right. James in the Superflex, by the way. We have Superflex. Do I start Stidham, Levis, or Rudolph? Yikes.
Well, do we know if Levis is actually playing yet? He was
Well,
injured
let's
last
say
week,
Levis
so
is available. We've still got a couple days. It's only Thursday when these news comes out here. So certainly tricky, I think. But what's your inclination first take here? Let's say they're all on the board available. How would you rank them?
yeah, if they're all playing, I would probably play Levis, and then I'd play Stidham, and then Rudolph.
All right. Very good. Oh, Rudolph. Let's go to the next one here. We have a question from Carlos A. Munoz Lopez. Start 1, Flacco, or well, forget Mullins. It's Flacco because Mullins isn't starting. Start 1, Devin Singletary or Javante Williams.
Singletary.
Charlie Garcia, what DST should I start? Houston, Chicago, or the JETS? Jets.
Jets.
Anakin, Women and the Children 2 Skywalker. Hope y'all had a good holidays. Thanks, Anakin. You too. Singletary or Ty Chandler or Chai Chandler, which is also
Chandler.
Yeah, there you go. B. Lara, good afternoon, bros. Should I play Monty or wait for Clyde, Pacheco, Zamir White on Sunday? That's an interesting situation. You want to wait or just the Clyde Edwards-Helaire thing seems like a lock to me. I'd be very surprised if Pacheco is able to play.
I mean, I think you're gonna know Saturday night whether because if he doesn't if he doesn't clear anything on Friday or Saturday, I think you're gonna know. So again, I mean, I saw Montgomery ranked pretty high. So if I still don't know by Saturday night, I'm fine just playing Montgomery. But I think that you probably will know. You could just pivot to Clyde.
Okay. Let's go move on to the next question we have here is from Trey Snooty. Breece or Ty Chandler?
To play Breece.
Playing Breece. Okay, next question. Gabe Monday 91. Howdy, y'all. Need the dub for the 2 vacation days. I need a running back and a flex in PPR. I have DJ Moore, Mostert, David Montgomery, and Devonta Smith. Thanks, guys. So a running back and a flex and a PPR for Moore, Mostert, Montgomery, and Smith.
I think I'm gonna play Montgomery. This Mostert injury thing kind of concerns me because he's an older running back and he kind of has a similar role to Montgomery where they both score a lot of touchdowns. But so I just take the healthier guy with Montgomery, and you can run on Dallas. So I think I prefer Montgomery. I have them ranked back to back, so this isn't like a landslide. It's very close for me. Receiver, I mean, all the other Bears receivers are hurt. Like Kmet's hurt, Mooney's hurt, so it's got to be DJ Moore for me.
All right, DJ Moore for you. Well, let's go to another question here. And again, if you've got questions, drop them in the chat. This next one's from Speedstick Musk. Smells good. Hi, third straight final. Thanks to you guys. You did all the work. We're just here to support you, Speed. Standard, Superflex League. What a wacky combination of things. Pick 2, Flacco, Goff, and Lawrence. Who are the 2 QBs in?
Goff and Lawrence.
Also, pick 2, Aaron Jones, Breece Hall, Monty, Chandler.
Hall and Monty.
Okay, this is from Easy. Yo, Pros Championship, baby. Thanks a lot. Love or Stroud?
Stroud.
Raiders or the Bears?
Bears.
All right. Did you watch the Bear sketch I sent you or no?
No.
Come on, man. I even sent it to you. That's not very holiday cheer of you. Tony Montez. We got Hall or Flacco. Jaren Hall or Flacco. I saw it Flacco here. I'm sorry. Sorry, dude. You can't convince me about Jaren Hall over Flacco. I don't care how much you don't like Flacco. That's just bad fantasy.
I mean, that's fine. I mean, but it's not going to surprise me if Hall scored more points than Flacco did. So.
Will it? No. But at the end of the day, is that what you want to put your hopes and dreams on? I think the answer is definitely not. Like that, I don't think you can leave your fantasy future to that scenario. Like that's.
I mean, the Packers did give up like 300 passing yards to Bryce Young last week, and he's been literally horrible all year.
I understand. Oh. Again, just Jaren Hall finish that game. Just go out there and lay a turd. They go back to Mullins. Who knows?
I mean, we were starting Nick Mullins over Joe Flacco. So why is Jaren Hall such a
Who's we? I wasn't. Not this. I don't know this we you speak of. Not Ty. Not in my rankings. I was all in on Joe Flacco since he's been back.
No, I don't care about how since he's been back. I care about this week tonight. That's what
this week tonight. I'm playing Joe Flacco over Nick Mullins. I'm playing him over if he was playing. I'm playing him over Jaren Hall if he's playing. I'm playing him over any Vikings quarterback because Flacco has earned that. Whether or not he goes and lays an egg tonight, or whether he's underwhelming, or whether some of those.
This isn't about like who deserves to be my favorite quarterback.
Listen, if those errant throws become interceptions, I get it. It's certainly on the table for that to happen tonight. But I can't deny that the Cleveland Browns are rolling right now. I can't deny they're at home. It's a short week. That doesn't make me happy either. But it's also the Jets on the road. So if I'm going to leave my fantasy championship in the hands of somebody, it's going to be a quarterback like Joe Flacco. It's not going to be Jaren Hall, a rookie who's getting his second or third start wherever we're at here with Jaren Hall. It's hard to keep track of everybody at this point. Brayan Carr, half PPR, start 1 and already have AJ Brown, Olave, Ayuk, Kupp, and Puka Nacua. So first question, would you start any of those guys over AJ Brown?
No.
Okay, so who's getting in here? Is it Puka? Is it Ayuk? Is it Kupp? What are you going to do?
I mean, I guess Kupp's the only one I don't want to play, I guess, because he's just old. So I don't know. Like, they're all good options.
This is why you play in with 3 wide receiver leagues. We have to make this change next year. 1 running back, 2 flex, 3 wide.
Trying to balance just the risk profile, and I guess Nacua is probably the safest floor ceiling projection.
I think so too. Puka's where I'm going against the Giants too. Look, I think you're probably one of those damned if you do, damned if you don't with the 2 guys. If you wanted to stay away from the Rams altogether and just go with Ayuk, I think that's fine too. But what's the game script for that? It's going to be so much McCaffrey.
That's why it's Ayuk has had the highest ceiling, but it's well, what if it's not the Ayuk game? What if it's Debo game? And then you're left holding the bag being well, Ayuk didn't get any of the points.
We know it's going to be the McCaffrey game at the end of the day.
Yeah.
That's the one thing we know.
So that's why I said Nacua is probably the least likely to score the least amount of points out of these 4. So that's why I would pick him.
I like that. Least likely to score the least amount of points. That was very zen. I like where your head's at today. It's very good. By the way, you know what else is in? Winning free stuff. Everybody likes to win free stuff here on the show. And we are giving away something free and cool, a TrophySmack Championship belt. The perfect thing to give away for Week 17. If you've battled your way, scratched and clawed your way to the finals, you deserve a prize fit for a champion. So why not get this TrophySmack Ultimate Fantasy Football Championship belt right now? To qualify, simply subscribe right here to the Fantasy Pros YouTube channel. Comment below on any video this week. You can even comment on this one. And this custom championship belt is going to be yours. We're going to reward it to somebody special. It's a testament to your strategic prowess and season-long dedication. Make your victory unforgettable with TrophySmack's ultimate symbol of fantasy football supremacy. And while you're at it, turn on those notifications so you can be alerted when our new episodes are up and so you can claim your big prize. Let's get to some more questions. Jerry Medina's back. Jerry, if Pacheco is out, who should I start? Hopkins or pick up Zamir White, Gainwell, Chase Brown, Demario Douglas, Osborne? Thanks. So you start Hopkins or pick up Zamir White. I mean, I don't know if Jacob's going to play, but I think I'd want to pick up White right now just to have that option.
Yeah, so I'd play White if Jacobs doesn't play, and then if they're both like not available, then I'd play Hopkins. I wouldn't chase any of those other guys on the waivers.
I see what you did there. Chase anyone. Chase Brown. Well done. Kelsey R. Erickson, Murray, or over Flacco? That's a question. Erickson.
I would play Murray over Flacco.
Kelsey's going right to Erickson. Just bypassing
because I'm
me
the Flacco
completely.
hater. So
you are. I don't know why.
Because I live in a world of realism where he's playing the Jets. It's not a good matchup.
The same Jets who lost 30-0 2 weeks ago. Is that the same Jets? Just
How many points did the fantasy quarterback score in that game?
How are the Jets on the road? We're back and look at the Jets on the road. Got some Jets on the road. A little bit. Slidey. Achane, or I love when Erickson gets upset with me. It's my favorite thing. Look at him. He's like, just like, I hate Joe. I'm so over. It's week 17. He is over. He's like, can I get a vacation?
I'm not even watching this game tonight. I just bet all the unders and I'm just going to do something else.
Like, you're going to go to the movies? You're going to go see the migration? You're going to go see the thing about the ducks? You're going to go see the... you are. That's the movie you're going to tonight. I guarantee you. Slitty, Achane or Zeke for the ship. I mean, I'm playing Achane. This is not even, come on.
Can't. Yeah, Achane has a way. I think, too, you want to point out, we hit on at the top, Jalen Waddle is not going to play in this game. That doesn't mean that the Dolphins are going to be, let's get more targets for Cedric Wilson, Braxton Berrios, and a bunch of other jabronis. It means, hey, we need to get more targets for Achane. Because he's our second most explosive player on offense. And if there's any game, and Joe, I know you love the Dolphins this week. If there's any game where they got to take the training wheels off Achane, it would be this week, because what are they waiting for at this point? Like, they got to win now if they want to win the number 1 seed. They want to win the AFC East. They have to unleash him, especially with Waddle out. So
excited about Devon Achane this week. All right, Nick Mendez, full point, PPR, pick 2. Eckler, James Cook, Singletary, or Jonathan Taylor? It's a tough one here for Nick.
Cook and Jonathan Taylor.
Okay, so still Cook regardless against the Patriots. He does enough in the passing game. That's the justification, right?
Yeah. Okay.
He's
still seeing a lot of volume overall.
I'm trying to figure out how to pronounce this next one. I want to say it right. Isiah Gutierrez? Isiah?
You got the
last cool name.
Right.
Well, Gutierrez I can get right. That's easy. Bills or Browns defense?
Browns. It's not
all right. The technical...
if you look at the projections, the Browns have three more points projected than any other defense this week.
Yeah, I mean, how can they not? Yeah, the technical recruiter, Diggs or Amari Cooper in a standard league?
Diggs.
Okay, I'm going to go Cooper, so we're still going to disagree on this one. Johnny Sanchez, I need help with my flex. Mostert, Godwin, McBride, Chuba, Pacheco, or Spears? Let's take Pacheco, Spears, and Chuba. It's Mostert, Godwin, McBride. That's who we're looking at here between these three. So is Godwin the safest floor considering Mostert's health right now?
Mostert, he just scores so many touchdowns.
I know that's the problem.
I mean, Mostert, if he's playing, I'm playing Mostert. He's been too good this year.
I'm with you, dude.
For me. And then if he doesn't play, I guess, Godwin is fine.
Mostert has been unbelievable. I mean, it's still something I can't wrap my mind around that we could sit here and he's got 21 touchdowns.
I mean, and this is the thing that frustrates me with, I was on being on the Dolphins backfield, but I picked the wrong running back. I picked Jeff Wilson. I have so many teams with Jeff Wilson that just died. And
to be honest with you,
wrong.
I don't think that was a bad concept. Because Mostert's injury history,
the wrong guy.
Mostert's injury history was terrible. The fact that he's played 15 games, I think, is what's more stunning? The fact that Mostert's played 15 games or that he has 21 touchdowns?
He scored more touchdowns than games played.
But if I told you one of these two things is true in August, right? That Mostert was going to play 15 games and score 21 touchdowns. Which would you have picked? We would not have been playing 15 games. No. I guarantee you. I don't think anybody was no way.
We even talked about this in the beginning of the year when Mostert had his hot start. It was no one would be surprised if I said a Dolphins running back leads the NFL in touchdowns. I'm that makes sense. They have really high power.
Well, the problem is I was on Achane and I was ready to draft him everywhere in that last week, and then he got hurt. And then that was a big problem. I was oh no, here we go. He's going to be behind everybody and he's going to get buried on the depth chart. And then he sprouted and it was beautiful. And then it went away again because of injury. All right. Philly Beats need help. 4-point PPR. What's the 4-point PPR? I think he means 4-point touchdown. Yeah. Yes. Cause it's a quarterback question. Oh, Philly. Carr over Stroud. Who would you rather? Stroud agreed. Jet Life Tay 20. Standard league for all the marbles. Flex position need 1. Zeke, Ty Chandler, Devonta Smith, Zamir, Achane. One guy.
Chandler.
Okay. Phenom 23 FK, half PPR, start 2 between Breece, Mostert, or Pacheco.
Breece and Mostert.
Agreed. Josh Holt in final full PPR, Mostert and Sutton out. Well, Mostert's not out yet.
Yeah.
So let's not get crazy.
Do people are people just assuming on Thursday all
Like,
these injuries
out. I don't want to. He's gone. He's
guys,
out.
you can check the injury reports before you hop on the stream. I know
No,
we run them over.
no, I don't want to do that. No, he's out. I don't like it. It's no good. If Mostert's playing, you have to play Mostert.
Yes.
If Mostert isn't playing, here you go. Replacements for
CH.
RB2 and flex.
CH
CH, Ford, Warren, Pop Douglas. So it's
CH
CH and Warren. Okay. Edwin Lopez, DJ Moore, Flowers, Olave pick 2. So who's the odd man out? Olave, Flowers, Moore.
It's probably Flowers for me.
Anthony Dolce, full PPR. Amari Cooper, Zay Flowers, Javonte Williams, or Drake London in the flex. It's Cooper for me, dog.
I'm playing Zay.
Cooper for me. K-Tip USMC. Singletary, Hall, or Chandler?
Hall.
Flamehawk 100. I need an RB2 and a flex play, half PPR. Chandler, Monty, Zamir, Zeke, and Nico Collins. Just play the running backs, right? Chandler and Monty?
Yeah.
Keep it simple. Master J3 championship round. Pick 1 QB. Baker Mayfield, Murray, or Carr?
I have these guys like all bunched
I like
together.
I'm enjoying the Baker Mayfield this year.
Yeah, I have Baker the highest, so yeah, I can go with him.
I can't believe we've gotten here, but I'm like confident in Baker Mayfield. You know, he is a former number 1 overall pick. I think sometimes we forget that. I know that was a long time ago, but he's going to get an AFC team and an NFC team in the playoffs in his short career. That's also something I think that's noteworthy, right? When you think about it, like maybe Baker Mayfield still has a lot of career left. Maybe, just maybe. Let's get to Dominic's question. Hope you all had an awesome Christmas. You too, Dom. Half PPR, tight end, Kincaid, Freiermuth, or Tanner Hudson. Bless you guys. Oh, bless this group of tight ends. You like one here, Erickson? I do not.
I think it's actually Hudson for me, as weird as that sounds after he came up like an absolute dud of a game. But Freiermuth has no connection with Mason Rudolph. Kincaid's role has been nuked with Dawson Knox, where Hudson, it's weird because Hudson like had his worst receiving game last week, but his usage was actually up. They actually like ran more and played more. So if that
what about Everett? Would you stream Everett over these guys?
Yeah, I would play Everett over all those guys. Easy.
So. I figured that would be the name. So if Everett's out there, stream him. If he's not, then what do you do? Hudson?
I'd play Hudson. Yeah. He's shown that he gets consistent targets more weeks than not, and there's no Chase. So Chase is not going to play.
No, Chase is not going to play. All right, let's go to Jake's question here. Jake Perez, pick 2 for the flex. Breece, CEH, DJ Moore, and Higgins. Breece, CEH, DJ Moore, and Higgins. I think I'm going with the backs here.
Yeah, I think I've played running backs.
You know, I know it's a PPR, so look.
Well, they both catch, but that's why you like Breece.
Right.
He got 16 targets last week.
Sure did. Sure did. Trevor Simeon.
Yeah, those running backs catch passes, so yeah, I'm playing them.
Adam Stitcher, PPR, play Amari, Garrett Wilson, JSN, Jalen Warren, or Keenan Allen if he plays.
Keenan Allen's not playing again.
I know, but he's just the question. Don't
No, I'm just saying, like,
don't hold your breath. No. So Amari, Garrett Wilson, JSN, Jalen Warren.
I guess
I'm playing Cooper.
Yeah, I guess I'm playing Cooper in this situation.
I'll say this too. You know, next year, I'm hopeful that we can get a good year from Garrett Wilson, because Garrett Wilson is a player that I think is very special. And you can see it when you watch him play football, that he's got all the gifts, all the tools. Seems like a hell of a nice kid, hard worker, all these things. He was very fun to watch on Hard Knocks too, but he just has had no quarterback play at all. I mean, it's just unbelievable how bad it's been for this poor kid in the first few years of his career. That's a guy, hopefully, can really, assert himself next year and be a dominant force, because I think he's got wide receiver like top 5 potential. Bill Froelich, standard, pick 2. Henry, Pollard, CH, or Devonta Smith?
Pollard and CH for me.
Pollard and CH. Rich Lou, championship game, half PPR, start 1 wide receiver, 1 flex. Adams, Cooper, Hubbard, Achane. Adams, Cooper, Hubbard, and Achane.
Adams and Achane for me.
It's Adams and Cooper for me. Defense, Bears, Eagles, or Ravens? I gotta go Eagles, right? Against Arizona, or no?
Do you like them more than the Bears?
Let's take a look at this ranking here. Bears are ranked pretty high. Well, against Atlanta, look, I'm going to go back with the Bears. Look, last week was bad. I'll take the L.
Yeah, I think
Philly is 2 spots behind them, by the way, but Philly has only put up 1 double-digit point
the
performance
Eagles'
on
defense
defense.
also just sucks. Like, it's just not a good defense.
Listen to this, Erickson.
So.
Since week 8, they have only had 1 double-digit performance. So not the Eagles.
Yeah.
Let's go Bears.
I play Bears, but the Falcons are not a team that plays well on the road. Taylor Heineke, play the Bears.
Eddie Wolf, Stafford or Stroud? See, I love Stafford this week. This is a problem for me against the Giants. I'm playing Stafford. I'm just a little worried about Stroud.
He's on a heater, so I just stay in the flames with.
Play the hot hand. Stay in the flames. Man,
it's
you're
close.
You're like a walking t-shirt design today. You are just firing today. Got lots of good stuff for the people. I love it. Kirk wants to know, Bears D dropped a dud last week. Do you think they can bounce back? Yes.
Is this question for you, Joe?
Yes. It's directed at me. Yes. I've got 3 words for you. Falcons on road.
Let's go.
There you go. I probably should have made 4 words. The should have been in there, but whatever. Robert Lavelle, good afternoon, proteges. Proteges? I didn't know we were studying under the tree of Robert. In PPR, who would you start between these two? Cooper, Kupp, Puka Nacua. Of those two, who gets the start?
Puka.
Derek Carr or Jared Goff? I'm going Goff here.
Yes, I agree.
Mike Najowski, start in the flex full PPR, Cooper or Mixon?
I'm checking my rankings because I don't know what the answer is. So I'm just going to default.
Well, Mixon's against the Chiefs, and Amari Cooper is obviously tonight. I'm going to play Amari Cooper still. It's not fair to Amari Cooper. Amari Cooper got you to the finals.
It's not about being fair. It's about being right.
No, I'm on some loyalty. I'm playing Cooper.
You know, I've been loyal to a lot of my fantasy guys, and they don't care.
They do. Well, maybe because you've been disloyal, so now they just feel like it's phony.
No. See, if Amari Cooper cared about me, he wouldn't have been bad weeks before that. Would have not let me get into the playoffs in the first place. So,
Austin S. Dak or Josh Allen? It's hard to sit the number 1 fantasy quarterback. Josh Allen's still the number 1 quarterback in fantasy.
I am playing Dak, I think. I need to check my rankings.
All right. Well,
I'm playing Dak. Dak's my number 1 quarterback this week. He's going to absolutely destroy the Lions.
Okay. It is a good matchup. I can understand. Well, Josh Allen against New England has been good for many a time, but Dak at home has been hard to argue with. Tara Robertson made the championship thanks to all your help all season long. Congratulations, Tara. Goff or Carr? Goff again for us. And then Laporta or Njoku. It's Laporta, and you're playing Goff, and you go all in.
Yeah. Also in the Flacco thing, would you start Carr over Flacco against Tampa?
No, because I don't trust Derek Carr.
You wouldn't start him over against Tampa?
No.
You'd start Flacco.
Yeah, I would.
See, I feel very confident about starting Carr over Flacco.
I think we're seeing a magical thing here with Joe Flacco. Maybe Joe Flacco's comeback player of the year. How about that? Can we get that man an award?
I can't wait to wake up tomorrow and see what the box score is. I'm not going to watch the game. I'm just going to bet all the unders and see. Wow, what do you know? Joe Flacco.
I hope it's 35-13 Cleveland and Joe Flacco throws for 425.
Hey, at least I won't have to be miserable watching it knowing that I bet the unders.
That's fair. That's fair. By the way, don't forget our live stream on Sundays to help you set your lineups is moving to Saturdays again this week. So make sure you set your watches or just ring the bell for notifications when you subscribe to the channel. 10 a.m. Eastern until noon Eastern time right here on the channel Saturday morning to help get you set up, because we know we got Saturday night football, because there's no Monday night football, because it's New Year's Day and college football is playing, and there's a whole lot of crazy stuff going on right now. Let's go to G Wiz 1978. Need a wide receiver, a running back, and a flex. So Puka, Rice, Hall, Taylor, Pollard. Running back, a wide receiver, and a flex.
Puka, Taylor, and Breece Hall.
Okay, there you go. Eric Demro, start 3, half PPR. Swift, Devonta Smith, and Ridley, Wilson, and Breece.
Wilson? Who's Wilson? Which Wilson is he talking about? Garrett Wilson?
I believe we're talking Garrett Wilson.
All right, so I'm starting Swift, Devonta Smith, and Breece.
Okay. Chris Sutherman, is Jayden Reed over Jake Ferguson this week a good flex play?
Yes. Assuming Reed
plays. If he plays. Okay. Keep a close eye on that, Chris. Henry Garcia, start 3. Shaheed, Jayden Reed, Puka, Chase. Well, Chase isn't going to play. Shakir in standard leagues. So we're down to Shaheed, Shakir, Jayden Reed, Puka. So Puka's in. That's one.
I play Reed.
That's
and then I'd
two.
probably play looking at touch. I mean, Shaheed is the big play guy. So
Yeah, it's
I
all
would
or
probably play
nothing,
him.
but take a shot.
And then just
Sean,
play Shakir if one of those
yeah.
guys misses.
Sean Sullivan, full PPR. Start Garrett Wilson, Jayden Reed, or KJ Osborne.
I think, look, again, I hope Jayden Reed plays. I think I'd wait for him because I think Garrett Wilson's just in a situation where if you bench Garrett Wilson, like, what are you missing? Like he has one wide receiver one finish all year. Like, he's not going to burn you more likely than not. So I would rather wait, take the upside risk with Jayden Reed. And if not, Osborne is an okay fill in, but it's the risk.
Gosh, he got 15 targets last week, though, Garrett Wilson.
And what did he finish as?
I know he fit wide receiver 30. To your point,
like that, it's ridiculous, but it's
I know it's almost like it's impossible. It's like, how could that possibly be that you get 15 targets and finishes out
because
he's wide receiver 30?
Because it's touchdowns. Like he has
I know
3 touchdowns this year.
I know.
It's like,
and the average depth of targets like 2.5 yards.
Yeah.
Ronaldo, do I start the Texans or the Colts D?
Probably start the Colts.
And then Tucker Kraft or Jonnu Smith. I go Kraft.
Tucker Kraft.
Alex Hernandez, what's up, fellas? Championship weekend for me. Thoughts on flexing Cooper if he plays tonight, and also starting the Jets defense, yay or nay? The backup defense choice would be the Jags. Thanks for the advice this season. Thanks for being with us, Alex. So what do you want to do? You want to play the Jets here against Cleveland tonight?
Yes.
Okay.
So you also should not flex Cooper because you don't want to play your flex guys on Thursday.
So like if Tyreek Hill's playing on Thursday, you don't play him?
No, you play him in your wide receiver spot.
Okay. It's more the spot that you're talking about. Okay, I see.
Well, no, I mean, people do those. It
no,
matters.
You're right.
Like,
it does matter. You play him a wide receiver, not a flex.
Get stuck and yeah.
Lance Zimmerman. That's good advice, by the way, Alex Hernandez. It's good advice. Take it. Lance Zimmerman, Broncos or Bears defense?
I'm playing the Broncos.
4-1-5 and 55. Full PPR pick one. Shaheed, Ridley, Ty Chandler, or Hopkins?
Ty Chandler.
Tyron Miller, Diggs or Barkley in the flex half PPR?
Yeah, we haven't talked about Barkley really that much.
It's because he's inconsequential.
His matchup sucks this week again. Oh, it's bad against the Rams.
He's still ranked as RB11 this week. He put up 18 points last week against Philly.
I think that
I love this. Listen to this Saquon Barkley log. Ready?
Bad.
Week 11, RB1. Week 12, RB42. Then a bye. Week 14, RB5. Week 15, RB46. Week 16, RB8.
You know, I actually.
So we're due for the bad one here against the Rams.
Clearly, I think I do prefer. I think that this game could go over the total, which I don't think about Buffalo and New England. So I'll go with Barkley. I think he's better. I think he has a higher chance of scoring a touchdown.
Well, he's going to touch the football more probably.
I'll go with
at
Barkley.
the end of the day. Devin Richard, big decision, boys. Kyler, Baker, or Carr?
Baker.
Thanks so much for another great year of advice. Thanks you, Devin, for hanging out with us. My type of Gospels, 97. Likely or Everett? I'm playing Likely. I love the way he's played down the stretch. He's been terrific. Arturo Munoz, start one in my flex. Ferguson, Lockett, Jalen Warren.
I'll play Jalen Warren.
Paul Taylor, full PPR, pick two. Taylor, Hall, Monty, Mostert, or Jacobs?
Taylor and Breece Hall.
Chris Macias, Carr, or Gino?
I'm going to play Derek Carr.
And then pick two. Henry, Aaron Jones, or Ty Chandler?
Aaron Jones, Ty Chandler.
Chandler and probably Chandler and Jones. Like, you're probably right. You want to play Derrick Henry this week? I don't
want to play Derrick Henry or Aaron Jones.
I know, but you got to play one of them. So here's what you got to do.
I guess I'll go with Aaron Jones.
All right, Mick Jacker. Hey, fellas, pick two. Etienne, Jonathan Taylor, or Gibbs. I'm playing Gibbs and Etienne.
Yeah, I guess.
I mean, how do you not at this point? Like Etienne's got such a good matchup on paper, at least theoretically. It's not that I don't like Jonathan Taylor, but like, I don't know. Do you have a difference of opinion here?
I don't want to bench Gibbs. Like that's.
I don't want to bench Gibbs either, but do you want to play Taylor over Etienne?
I guess not. I mean, Taylor didn't look great coming back last week. I know I like his matchup this week against the Raiders, but Gibbs is playing in a game that there could be like 70 points scored, and he's the most explosive player on the Lions offense. So by
the way, apparently the Ty Chandler Chai Tea has been made already. Official logo has been made by John. I see it in the chat too. I can only assume he's done this with AI. So there you go. So if you're looking for that gift for that special someone, this post-Christmas time or a thank you, send them some chai tea from Ty Chandler or some chai Tandler or something to that effect. Brought to you by Fantasy Pros. Tastes like victory. There you go. You can have that tea every single morning. All right, let's get to Christian Montoya's question here. I like this. This is a new thing we should do next year. John turned that around pretty fast. That's pretty impressive, I got to say. He is speedy on the AI creation of scary things like that, which makes me very nervous for 2024. Christian Montoya, hi pros. I need help. I'm on the Super Bowl. Not in it. He's on the Super Bowl, which again, just wash your hands when you're done. I have Puka Nacua, Mike Evans, Nico Collins, and Tyreek Hill, and St. Brown. Who should I bench? Well, look, Tyreek Hill is playing. Amon-Ra St. Brown playing. Mike Evans is playing. What?
Collins. You're benching Collins.
Yes.
That's who you're benching. Yeah.
Well, I don't know how many I'm supposed to bench.
They didn't say. They said, who do I bench? So I'm benching one player, and it's Collins. So.
Well, again, I'm trying to look here. Hill's 1, St. Brown, Mike Evans, that's 3. Puka's 4 in the flex. So, yeah, Nico would be the odd man out if it's 3 wide receiver. Mark Chavez, half PPR, Joe Mixon or CH this week?
CH.
1650. Do I dare sit Barkley for Zamir White?
No.
Juhi. Achane or James Conner, flex half PPR?
We had this on the Start Sit show. You asked Ebro this question. He was on the Connor side. I like the Achane side.
Connor's got the floor. It's a half PPR if that matters too.
I just think Achane has a ceiling that you might need in your championship week. So
you might, but again, a lot of this is the most like if Mostert's full go, ready to go, I like it less. If Mostert's still a little iffy and we're getting like some weird reports on him in the next 24 hours, then I'm a little bit more Achane, a less risk adverse or averse, which is it averse or adverse sometimes? I get confused.
Adverse.
A risk adverse. Yeah.
Oh, maybe I'm wrong.
Now John says it's averse.
Don't.
John's definitely right. You're definitely wrong. Wyatt Cole, pick 1. London, Shaheed, or Demarcus Robinson at the flex for a championship in PPR. Thanks for the help all year getting me this far, gents. Wyatt, congratulations, buddy. All right, so London, Shaheed, or Demarcus Robinson. The fact that you're here and this is still the players you have, you must have a pretty good team. So what do you think?
Dude, I was fading this guy so hard, but I think it's D-Rob. Like he's been on a heater, so yeah.
You laughed at me a couple weeks and I'm like, maybe it's Demarcus Robinson guy. Maybe he's a guy we should.
You can't play Drake London on the road. Like again, he's one of these players that plays better at home. He's not a stud, so you don't need to stick to where you drafted him this year. So don't play him. And Demarcus Robinson's been really good over the last couple weeks, and Stafford's his quarterback. So
don't forget everybody too. Busy time of year, still New Year's coming, all these things. If you're confused on who to start, you're worried you're going to make the wrong choice, let us help you get the right lineup set for yourself without any stress with my Playbook's Autopilot tool. Autopilot makes it easy for you to manage your fantasy team's lineup, get suggested lineup changes via email, and has auto swap for the inactive players for you, which is, again, crazy stuff going on this time of year. You don't want to, last thing you want is a fantasy championship decided by the fact you have somebody in your lineup that isn't playing. That's terrible. Turn on that full autopilot, get your optimal lineup set automatically each and every week, and use autopilot at fantasypros.com/myplaybook, or just download the Fantasy Football My Playbook app wherever you get your apps for peace of mind and a shot at fantasy football glory. Don't forget also to drop your comments below because you might win that TrophySmack giveaway too that we've got going here. The championship belt can be yours. Subscribe to the channel, drop your comments, ring the bell, and this is the perfect thing, the perfect way to end 2023 by winning this belt and hopefully winning a championship. And if somebody else in your league wins it, you can keep it. Uncle Joe said it's okay. You don't have to give it to him, especially if you're the commissioner and you're doing all the grunt work every year and you're collecting all the league fees and doing all that stuff and everyone's annoying or people trying to collude. You keep this belt for yourself, whether you win or not. I said it's okay. Tell your mom I said it's okay. All right, let's go to AJ Ramirez's question here. Broncos, Bears, or Rams defense?
Broncos.
Anthony Rishia. All right, guys, I'm in my first ever championship. Hey, congratulations, Anthony. That's great. Who should I start? Pick 2 in the full point PPR. Deontay Johnson, Najee Harris, Javonte, or KJ Osborne? Thanks, guys. Wish me luck. Here we go.
Najee and Deontay.
All the Steelers, eh? I thought you hate Mason Rudolph. Now it's all the Steelers. Curious.
Well, the Seahawks are bad against the run. So
Undercover Fantasy Manager, full PPR ship. Start Amari Cooper or Ridley? And he sat Amari Cooper last week and still won.
See, I don't like both. I don't like either guy.
I'm playing Cooper.
Sure.
Hot hand.
It's fine.
Hot hand. Kirk, do you think Michael Pittman clears concussion protocol? Well, look, this is a hard thing. The good news is he is not wearing the red jersey. So if he's starting, I play him. Yes.
Yep. Yeah.
Mike Skills, greetings. I don't know if I can trust DJ Moore this week. Should I flex Ty Chandler instead?
I think that's fine if you don't want, risk tolerance. Like, obviously, Moore has some risk involved.
If you're
with
adverse or averse or
whatever
converse.
the word is. Yeah, I think Chandler's fine to play over DJ Moore. He's in a good spot. So.
And Mike says, thanks. He says, do you know who I am? I'm Skilly. I made my bones when used were fantasy football cheerleaders. That's funny. I don't worry. I get it. Jose L, Chicago or Denver?
I like Denver.
It's another Godfather reference, but you've seen The Godfather, I believe. Yes.
I think I've seen parts of it. Yeah.
Oh, parts of it. At least it's better than Derek. Andres rolled on. Best defenses to start this week. Looking at the Fantasy Pros rankings this week for the defenses. Obviously the Jets, the Cleveland Browns, those are ones that people like a lot, very high up on the trough. Kansas City Chiefs against Cincinnati could be a good one too. I'm trying to look for the ones that are outside the top 12. If you want to play the Seattle Seahawks against Pittsburgh, I don't think that's a bad play. I don't know how Mason Rudolph's going to travel, to tell you the truth. Erickson for you, any streaming defenses? I know
Denver,
we talked to the show
like Denver.
too. Denver, yeah.
Bears are a good option too.
Bears. All right. Andres Roldan. Oh, we already did Andres' question. Matt Kelly, Pacheco, Montgomery, or Higgins in the flex? Montgomery for me.
Yes.
C. Daniels, Vegas or Chiefs defense?
Chiefs.
Tony got an RB and a flex question. Championship week pick 2. Pollard, Connor, Flowers.
I'm fine with the running backs.
Running backs it is. Ty Wagon, Chandler or Hubbard? Chandler. Leg Randuk, one running back. Taylor, Breece Hall, Etienne.
Etienne.
Michael Rakestraw, Jake Ferguson or Njoku? PPR.
Njoku.
Randy Schmidt, Hunter Henry, Tucker or Kincaid?
Tucker.
Haroon, here we go. Kwarbanzada. I did it. I lived in a Kwarbanzada right after college for about 6 months. It was fun. Cowboys, Denver or Rams defense?
Denver.
Zachary, Cooper or Flowers? It's Cooper
Flowers
for me,
for me.
Cooper for me, dog. Jay New, Mixon or Bijan at my flex?
Bijan.
Chuck 888, half PPR, Breece Hall or Joe Mixon?
Hall.
Jose L, Achane or Warren?
Achane.
Larry Williams, pick 2. Hall, CEH, Javonte or Rashad White? Definitely
Hall
Rashad White.
and CEH. Oh, it's Rashad White, not Zamir White?
Well, it's true. I didn't think Zamir White. Okay.
I don't think anyone's
Rashad
asked a question about Rashad White. I think he's...
Well, you never know. You never know. If it's Zamir White, then Hall and CEH. If it's Rashad White and...
Hall.
Okay. Philip, Seattle, Bears or Texans defense this week?
Do you like Bears more than Seattle?
I do.
I do.
Yeah. Hoosier, Devo. My RB room drives me nuts. Please pick 2. Hey, you're still alive. ATN, Singletary, Connor, JT, and Chandler. So pick 2.
JT and Etienne.
Okay. All the guys with initials. Ty, Jags or Broncos?
Broncos.
Laura Drake, Buffalo or Rams? Lots of defense streaming going on here.
Let's go with the Bills.
All right. Last 2 here. Anderson Andrews, Denver, Rams or Philly?
Broncos.
Last one from Kirk. Do you think the Raiders defense can produce their 3rd straight big boom game against the Bears? Anything's possible.
The Raiders aren't playing the Bears.
Yeah, but that would be hard because they're not playing the Bears.
So no, Kirk, I can confidently say that will not happen.
You know what he meant, though. You know what he meant.
I mean, I just think it's funny that, all year long we get like 0 defense questions, and now every question is defense related.
Well, look, to his point again, he means to say the Colts, but 25 points, 21 points last 2 weeks. I mean, it's a little fluky because you're getting a lot of touchdowns. They were the number 1 defense 2 weeks in a row. What's your confidence in the Indianapolis Colts offense at this point?
I would not play the Raiders defense against the Colts, not on the road. So
okay, they were on the road against KC, and again, pretty incredible.
They got 2 turnover pick six. Like they
did. Well, that's what it takes. Well, that's what it takes to be the defense 1 overall. So, but again, to Erickson's point, not necessarily something you can bank on, but you can always bank on us. Again, we'll be back on Saturday morning, 10 to noon Eastern time. Set your notifications, ring the bell, subscribe to the channel, and get ready because this is championship week and Fantasy Pros is here for you. That'll do it for us, but the story of the game goes on. For Andrew Erickson, our producer John, I'm Joey P. We'll see you next time, kids. Go get that ship.